In this video, I'm going to show you how to use scouts to find players like this in your FIFA 23 career mode. So I'm doing a Manchester City career mode here for this example. So I've been given some good scouts. If you're using a smaller club, then your scouts won't be as good. Check out the scouts you've been given. Some of them will be assigned to an area already, and some of them will be ready to scout. So for example, this scout here says scout available. So what I can do is select send to country, and then I can select a country to send them to. So for example, I could send them to Spain. And yeah, if I do that, they'll scout players from La Liga and any other Spanish leagues. You can hire up to 6 scouts, and here's how to decide which one to sign. And we're given a list of scouts we can choose from based on experience, judgment and cost. You can see the budget up there in the top right. So if a scout has a higher experience, they'll find more players, and if a scout has a higher judgment rating, they'll find high quality players. So this is the best scout here, but also the most expensive. Now, as well as scouting players in a certain league, you can also keep a few scouts around in order to scout certain players in more detail. If a player is below a certain rating, then you won't know everything about them just from a scout report. That's when you can ask your scouts to scout them further, and in a few days you'll find out everything you need to know about them. Now, to make the most out of your scouts, you need to set up scouting instructions. So this first one is a good one if you're looking for cheap players or free agents, so any position. For attributes, you want to select first team quality, and if your club's rich enough that you can afford these type of players, you can also select world class. Now for contract, this is the most important part. 0 to 1 years, therefore they'll either have 0 years and be a free agent, or they'll have a year left on their contract, so they'll cost less money, or you can wait until January, and if they still haven't signed a new contract, you can agree a deal with them and they'll join you for free next season. Everyone wants a pacey winger, and this is the best way to find one. So obviously position, select winger, and for attributes you want first team quality and pacey. Now because these players are going to cost a lot of money, it's worth making sure they have high potential, so for age select 16 to 24. Now everyone wants a good centre back with good attributes. Position is obviously centre back. You want aerial threat, defensive minded, first team quality and strong. Obviously you can adjust this depending on what you want. You can add pacey if you want to, but these are just the ideal attributes you want for a defender. You can adjust them slightly if you want to, but don't get too specific, otherwise you won't find enough players. But yeah, contract doesn't really matter, and age you want them to be quite young if you're going to make a big investment, maybe 16 to 25. Now it seems that most of the good young players in this year's game aren't strikers, but here's how to find some of the good striker options. So first of all, position striker. For attributes you want to select first team quality, so they're at least decent, pacey, that's optional but I prefer a pacey striker, and promising, so that they have good potential. World class doesn't apply here because if they're world class they're not going to be cheap, but you want them to be at least decent, so first team quality is a good option. Now obviously for age you want them to be young, so maybe 16 to 23. Maybe you can choose stuff like aerial threat if that's what you're looking for, but honestly I think the attributes I've selected are fine. Make sure to sim forward a few weeks to give your scouts time to find some good players. So after just a week we've got a few options in our any position, 1 year left on their contract instruction. We've got Rafael Guerreiro, who's 28 years old, a left back, 83 overall, and yeah, his value is 28 million, but if we shortlist him, we can see that we can get an offer of around 22.8 million. For pacey wingers, we've got Vinny Jr. and Moussa Diaby. And using our centre-back scout report, we've managed to find Pau Torres, who's a great option for our centre-back position. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy, then make sure to subscribe. And if you want to find some of the best free agents in FIFA 23 career mode, then click the end screen here.